Hello! Sorry. Okay, so because you've all really seen like the Pelikan M600s and stuff before, I thought I would just do this more of like as a comparison, because this is the Souvera Violet. This is the new one. And like I've posted reviews of the M600 before and stuff like that. So it's like a half unboxing, like half impressions, and just like a half comparison, ooh, between the violet and the pink. I thought that would be fun because that's what I was torn about. I also had the turquoise. I have sold it since because I like clear turquoise pens, and I just thought like pink is more my color. So I got the violet because it looks sort of pink, and now I'm trying to decide like which one do I want. I don't want both. I don't need both. I'm only going to pick one, but I'm leaning towards the pink, even though the popular vote seems to be for the violet. So interesting, right? So the exact same pen. The pink was released, I think, like 5 years ago or like 4 years ago. And the violet is from 2019, so this year. So interesting, right? They both have the same thing. Like they are like shimmery barrels, cellulite acetate barrels. They've got, this one's like a lavender violet, like definitely on the blue side. And this one's definitely more of a candy pink. Yeah, so the nib comparison, it doesn't matter. Like the nibs are only available in extra fine, fine, medium, broad right now, unless you can hunt down something else. So what I ended up doing was I've got a broad on here, and it's been stubbed because I like stubs. And let me just lock that. Okay. But like I really enjoy these. I enjoy these pens. Like the size is really comfortable. I don't mind the small section. They don't bother me. I like them a lot. The only issue I have with them is they pick up color really easily. So the inside of my barrels are stained. Fortunately, they're not clear, so you can't see that. But like when you ink up, you got to be careful. Of course, I've put super saturated inks in both of mine. This is Pelikan Edelstein Amethyst. And my pink has Couronne, I think, ultraviolet. So yeah, both of them are pretty saturated, and it was fun trying to clean the white portion off after. Okay, so I'm writing and looking at the camera. It's not working out so well. It's tough. So let's do this. Really nice, juicy. I mean, the performance of the nib varies depending on what you select, right? But I'm happy with mine. So it's like slightly stubbed. It left Appelboom fairly wet, which I like. I wanted that. And because I have a lot of broad nibs, and I was like, I don't really have a lot of broad stubby nibs that are from Pelikan, so I thought it would be kind of fun. So we got Amethyst. Wow, they are cutting the lawns outside, and it is insanely loud. I am super sorry. Okay, so that's the violet. Let's take a look at the pink. The pink is like super biased because I have it's dried out a bit. I've got an oblique double broad nib on here, and I love it. In fact, I'm going to send this to Toronto Pen Company, the nib grinder, Salman, and I'm going to have him make it wetter. Yes, I am part of the Toronto Pen Company, but I am not the nib grinding portion. I'm going to have him make this nib wet and juicy, like wetter and juicier, because apparently that's not wet enough. So the ink is Couronne ultraviolet, which reminds me an awful lot of their original Couronne Storm. Really nice color. Shows nice shading. I probably should have put a pink ink in here, but I didn't have any at the time. Wild, right? So, I don't know, like, what do you think? Which one do you like better? Let me know. I mean, it doesn't really matter. At some point, I will part with one of them because I'm trying to keep my pen hoard limited. Okay, I might not part with one of them. I'm telling myself I'm going to part with one of them. Who knows what's really going to happen? Should we just do some more writing? Yes, we should. Let me move this up a bit. So, yeah, the violet. It's not super stubby. It's a gentle stub, a soft stub, not a sharp stub. I don't know what I'm saying. My English choice. My words of English. My choice of English words are interesting. You know, I've had a lot of coffee. And I had Cheerios. And I love Cheerios. And my hands are shaking. Should we see if it is what we can squeeze out of this? Ah, it's pretty decent. It's a little on the soft side. It is definitely not a flex nib, but it yields slightly as you write, so it's very pleasant. So even if you were just to get the regular broad nib, totally fine. That's what I have here. It's just that it's been modified to stub. Okay, and then we got the oblique broad. The oblique double broad. This is the double chick, so it's a little older. Really nice. I like it. I bought this nib a couple years ago, and I'm really happy I found it. Actually, it was probably like 2 years ago. Maybe 3? Don't know. Oh, that's not English. Okay. I spelled anxiously wrong. It's because the delay in the camera is confusing. So let's see what we can squeeze out of this one a bit. This one's kind of at its max, so there's not a whole lot of line variation. You can squeeze out a bit more wetness, but not much in the way of line variation, which is fine with me. Let's see if I turn the nib. Little bit of line variation. Just a tiny bit. So, yeah. Okay, so let me just move this up a bit. So these are the barrels. Like, the danger is that they do stain. Like, I got a spot of blue ink on there, and I mean, I haven't used anything to clean it out. I just tried to, like, wipe it off or lick it off. I have not been able to lick off the stain. So I'm going to have to use something else on there. But, like, if you're one of those people who don't really worry about this kind of stuff, the white is fine. And if you're the kind of person that hates dirty pens, then the white is not fine. So if you're curious about a size comparison, let me just move the writing. Okay, so this is the 600. Here's a 400. Here's a Sailor Pro Gear full size. Got a few other pens to show you. Got a Leonardo Momento Zero. The Leonardo Furore, which is longer. So, like, just in terms of the size, it's a nice size pen. Like, if you have really big hands, I think if you can post it quite comfortably. I use it unposted quite comfortably, and I really like it. But you can post it, and it works. And so, yeah, like, the sizes is great. The nibs are interchangeable. That's pretty awesome. It takes the M400 nib, and you can stick it in your M600. So it kind of makes it funny because you got a bigger pen but the same nib size, but whatever. It works. It gives you more versatility in your pen. So, yeah, there we go. Okay, so I'm going to switch angles and just do a little bit more writing just for fun. Okay? Okay. Well, that wraps up all that writing. There was really no point to this video except to just enjoy the colors and the nibs. So hopefully you had fun. And if you did, I would love it if you would like and subscribe. You could find me on Facebook, Twitter, Patreon, Instagram, and Pinterest as Gourmet Pens and also as Toronto Pen Company. As I said, that's where I'm going to be taking my nib to be fixed. Or not fixed, but like wetted. Yeah, so there you go. Hopefully this was fun. And that's pretty much everything. Thank you so much for watching. We will see you next time. Bye!